Yeah, the word psychological safety really comes into play in terms, and I've never really thought about it as it relates to a mentor-mentee relationship. It's one of the things I think I try and do for that relationship, because there's no hierarchical expectations as a boss that you can, as a mentor, create that safe space for someone to come in and talk about anything that's on their mind, whether a new parent or struggling, to your point around the current environment is creating with this social disconnect, and that everything, our social connection is Zoom, which is challenging for, and has been for the past number of months. I guess the question is, how would you advise a mentee to create that psychological safe space for someone, because it's something I don't think that's naturally talked about in mentors or a mentor program.
Yeah, I mean, really good trainings will definitely speak to this, to be a good mentor and to be a good mentee. When you start your mentoring relationship, there should be a set of expectations that you're having. It's what goal are you working on? How are you connecting with one another? Are like, do you like text messages, or do you never want to be texted by your mentee? Those are things that you should be establishing up front. And I also think establishing up front, hey, here's what I'm hoping to accomplish in this, taking time for that personal little bit, like, hey, here's my history, here's where I'm coming from. Hey, it sounds like this is a project you want to work on. I actually want to share with you my experience in a time that went really well and a time that didn't go well at all. Awesome. And from a mentor's perspective, that can be really hard, right? Admitting our mistakes, reflecting on our mistakes, like having to pull that out from the back of our brain and say, oh, I never wanted to think about this again. But that's what's going to create that safety net for your mentee to say, wow, they're human too. Because that mentee is looking up to you as a leader, as an expert. And by level setting and saying, actually, let's talk a little bit about our personal lives and how I got to be where I am, the good and the bad. That's a great place to start. And then I would also say, you don't have to share everything with your mentor and mentee. It's also okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say, I am not comfortable having this discussion. Maybe here's a resource for you. But if you find as a mentor that you're really not open to those more vulnerable conversations, there's probably some work there to be done to really enhance your skills as a mentor.